Welcome to this look at some quality new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Wednesday the 11th of September. We've got over 18 new mods, and I say over because we've got some packs and there's a whole lot of gristing going on. We've got some updates too. The Nameslo Maricel pack by JMZ, the Massey Ferguson SD2 by MSModding ABP team featuring BSM. We have got the Silos container pack by DD Mod Passion. That had the stand-up silos, and I think there's a trailer with a container that comes with that now. I meant to get that out. We've got the Edible Triggers by Farmer 5 Tom, and the Pipe Control for Harvesters by DD Mod Passion have all had updates. I've got in front of me a rather lovely looking English bakery. This by MSModding, 25.29 megabytes download, 8 slots on console, 50,000 to buy. I'm not quite sure where the baking actually takes place. It's very lovely, very nicely made. The sign on it's fantastic. We open up the door and go in. I mean, look at this. There's all sorts of cakery and bakery going on. Standard bread and cake. Recipes. Outgoing products. Bread and cake. Very nice. Around the sides where your pallets will spawn, around the back is where your products go in. And like I say, you go in and the shop, the counter's there. Maybe it's a basement bakery, I'm not sure. It's a lovely building regardless. Build mode, production is where you'll find it. Right there, 50 grand slot count comes down to 1 from 8. That's the English bakery by MSModding. Next up we've got the open garage. This is by FlintTown modding, 0.09 megabytes download, 3 slots, 5,000 to buy. You'll find it under sheds. I'm not going to lie with this one. I found, I don't know, the textures, I don't know if the scale's wrong on the top. It looks a little bit blurry. It's strange. It's hard to pinpoint what exactly it is. But it is a shed. It's still an open garage. And it's still 3 slots and it's still 5,000 to buy. So build mode and sheds is where you will find that. That's by FlintTown modding. Next we've got this. I'm not sure if this is broken or not. This is a curiosity. There's all sorts going on today. This is the Pallet storage shed by Perla196PQXR. Apologies if I'm saying that incorrect there. It might be a hidden message within that, I'm not sure. 40.93 megabytes download, 21 slots, 35,000 to buy with a 5 million litre capacity. But it's a pallet storage. But when you read the description, and yeah, I would have a look, it says accepted categories, bulk product pallet of goods, vegetables and fruits. So this isn't a bale and pallet storage that takes everything. So I bought out a couple of things and it took them. But if you look at bottom right, it says the silo's empty. I don't know where it took them. I don't know where it put them. I have no idea. You can park your vehicles and stuff in here if you want. And this is where you're supposed to take stuff out from. And that, usually, is your trigger point that tells you what you've got in there. But because it's empty, it's not. I assume that's why there's no trigger coming up. It's not giving me an option for removing anything. So I bought a couple more bits over to, and I don't know if it will take all of these, but we're about to find out, I guess. Time has moved on since I placed this, hence the shadows. Right, it's taking all of it. Right, gone from my pallets. It's taking the eggs as well. That's cool. Still saying the silo's empty. That's 5 pallets of goods. It's now stolen, and I'm still getting nothing coming up. So I have absolutely no idea what's going on with this. I'm assuming there's a problem somewhere, unless of course Perla196PQXR, wherever they are, on their map, loads of stuff is appearing. It's a special portal to another dimension. I don't know. Build mode and silos this one was under. Out on the end there, 35 grand stock count comes down to 1. There's no colour options. There's nothing else. I'm not sure. It might be broken, it might not. It could be something I'm doing wrong, but I'm just showing you what it's doing for me. Pallet storage shed. Next we've got these, the grain heaps. So this allows you to it acts as a silo but puts it in a heap. These can be left outside if you want to. You can put them inside sheds, you can put sheds over them, depends what you've got, so hence the reason I put the shed up. I mean, the shed is massive for the heap. But this is, so grain heaps, 0.23 megabytes download, they're 9 slots each, 150,000 litres each, and only cost 500 as well, which is bonkers. This is by AgroSeba. Build mode and silos, we just went past them actually. It depends if I skipped past these, but each one is an individual one for each crop type, or for the crop types they take. So we've got a wheat heap, a barley heap, a canola heap, oat heap, sorghum heap, soybean heap, maize heap, sunflower heap, unfortunately no mark heap. Anyway, 150,000 litres each. Putting in is done here, taking out is done here. I've got 150,000 litres of barley in that one, corn in this one. You can place your building first and then put this within it, depending on whether the building you're using has got a floor or not. I would place the building first, then try and place that. It's entirely up to you. There are different ways around it. I mean, for the price, that's nuts. 500 to store 150,000 litres, and even if you have to have 4 or 5 of them for your different crop types. I know obviously some silos take up less room and will hold more crops, but anyway, I like them. That's the grain heaps by AgroSeba. Next, now this is buckle in for this one. This is Grain Mill A by DS Power. 19.95 megabytes download. 36 slots, 50,000. That's this. Then we've got a sell point that comes with this as well. This is 23 slots and 10,000. This does an absolute ton of stuff. Build mode, productions, is where you'll find the factory. Right there. 50 grand, slot count comes down to 2. If we go then to sell points, and we go to, where is it? That one just there, Grain Mill A. Slot count comes down to 1, as I said, 10 grand. That's that one next door. So what does it do? Well, prepare yourselves. Look at the right. Whew. Okay, so if I click on this, we can bring in, on the right hand side, scroll up, so wheat, oat, sorghum, barley, corn, canola. Incoming, plus diesel, if you want to do everything. I found the wheat and barley tipped into here, as did the diesel. Everything else tipped into here. So yeah, your sorghum, your oat, corn, canola all went into this one. Wheat and barley went into this one, as well as diesel. And then our productions, we can run wheat flour. Now often what you'll find is you put all these various different things in and you'll get just flour out. But this one, wheat and barley, will just give you generic flour. Oatmeal flour gives you oatmeal flour. Millet flour, I think, gives you millet flour. And then cornmeal flour. Just double check. Flour, oatmeal, barley flour. Oh, maybe barley flour is separate. And cornmeal. Maybe I didn't run the barley one. Apologies for that. But it does give you separate flours. You'll see as we go around the back. Then we come on to grists. Grists can be sold. You've got the sell point, and if you've got to sell anything by MSModding or something like that. So you've got wheat grist, barley grist, raw CCM, corn grist, oat grist, sorghum grist, rapeseed grist. So all those things can be sold as just a grist, kind of the byproducts, matches it all up, that kind of thing. But if you want to make mineral feed, you can use the grists to make mineral feeds. So you've got your canola one there, sorry, hang on, that one there. So there we go. So your various different options. So you can set them to, I think, if you leave it on not storing, yes, storing keeps it in the building because it's a loose product. You don't get pallets of grist. So if you leave it in here, if I turn the mineral feeds on now, what should start happening, and you just get one mineral feed out. But all of these that are stored at the moment, as you can see, they're all now processing. If I go down here, we should start seeing a mineral feed. There you go, mineral feed is being produced. Now these are all fairly quick as well, I'm not going to lie. These are pretty rapid as they produce, as you can see. I mean, we've got a lot of mineral feeds going here. So you can use the grists for mineral feed, or you can just sell the grists on your own. You've then got a flour bio, 2 of those, wheat and barley. Fancy bio flours. We've then got dried wheat, dried barley, dried maize and dried oats. Those are what require the diesel. So obviously the wheat, barley, maize and oats. and you get stones out as a byproduct from that. Yeah, yeah, that's what you get out. Prices, obviously, depending on what economy you're on, what map you're on, will vary on the sell points. But the sell point here as well, for all the various different products, there's so much going on. So if we come around the back here, you'll see we have a pallet there. That's our... Which one was that? Oatmeal flour? I was hoping that was to show. That one, that's a bag of bio flour, or flour bio. They're 300 litre bags. I've got too many products running, I need to turn some products off. It's because there's so much on that menu, I can't see what the bags are showing. Let's turn some of those mineral feeds off. We're getting mineral feed, it's coming out, there's a whole load of it. Let's turn those off. Turn the bio off as well. Should I turn the rest of these? I'll turn the rest of these off. Like I said, there's a lot going on here. There you go, now we should be able to see. So if we look, there we go. So that's cornmeal pallet. That one there's flour bio. I'm looking top right at the moment. That's flour bio. Regular flour. We got a few of these come out. These are liftable. I think actually they might all be normal flour. That one's an oatmeal flour. Oh, that one isn't liftable. That's interesting. Standard is. That one's not. Then that's a pallet of stones. That's a byproduct. So these are all. They come out in all of them. So they're all around here as well. Again, your cornmeal, normal flour, oatmeal. This pipe here is where you get all of the everything else out from. So your grists and everything else, your mineral feeds and things will all come from this pipe. So you put them into a trailer, then take them to sell. I'll show you if you want to see in the prices. I guess I should really. I mean, if you're looking at the regular prices, it's interesting because there's not a massive amount of difference, especially when you get onto the dried as well. Not as much as you'd think. Right, so there's our cornmeal, millet flour, oatmeal, barley flour. Then I've gone to our grists, so you can just take the grists, sell the grist. Flour bio, that's worth a fair bit, but that's for 1,000. So you need just over 3 bags for that. And then you dried wheat, barley, oats, and dried maize. I mean, I suppose, yeah, the prices aren't too bad. But those are all the various different things you can do here at this Grain Mill A by DS Power. There's like I say, there's a lot going on. Next, we've got this. This is the workshop building. I've spent a long time on that. We've got more to go with other stuff as well. We've got this. This is the workshop building. It's by Pazor Modding. 10.01 megabytes download, 28 slots, 35,000 to buy. Build mode and tools is where you'll find it. Right there on the end. Vehicle workshop, 35 grand. Slot count comes down to 2. No colour options. I was just thinking the doors. No, I think you get it just like that. Nice bit of weathering and rusting on the doors and stuff. I like the fact as well your workshop trigger comes right the way out to here. So you can take vehicles inside if you want to. But if you've got larger vehicles, they can work outside. All the doors open. I don't think we've got any lighting in here actually. There was no light switch. And our workshop trigger is just to the side there. Lovely job. Workshop building by Pazor Modding. Next we've got the Polish Cowshed. Hang on, I've got 2 here. Which was which? This one is the Polish Cowshed. There are 2 versions of this. So 24.11 megabyte download. 33 slots and 34 slots. One holds 30 cows, one holds 40. This is the one that holds 40, has a little pasture on the side. The one that holds 30 is this building without the pasture. Basically, that's the difference between the two. 60,000 and 70,000 to buy, and this is by, is it Serniczek? I think it's Serniczek, I think is how you say it. I'm going to say Serniczek. Yes. Build mode, animals, cows. There we go. So there's our cow barns, those 2 there. Polish Cowshed. So that's the one that does 30, and like I said, that one doesn't come with a pasture, but that one does. Difference of 10 grand between the 2. Milk point is just there. Dialogue box for your animals is just there. These doors open and close. Straw bedding and feed comes inside here. Close that up. Slurry point is just there. We do have a little workshop tool room. You can turn the lights off there. It's not drive-through all the way, but we do have a hayloft as well. There is a ladder at the end. Now, I say that. I don't know. Can we move that ladder? It's interesting because we can we can get to there. We can close that door. Well, it allowed me to open it earlier anyway. Yeah, that's odd because I can't actually get up there. There is a hayloft. I had this before, didn't I? And I realised I'd missed a trigger. But anyway, that's the Polish cowshed, or cowsheds by Serniczek. Next, we've got the barn with cowshed. This is by VN 11.0. 53.88 megabytes download. There are also two of these. 55 slots and 54 slots. They hold 60 cows each and they're 65,000 each. The difference between them is I think one comes standard and one you've got an option for coloured roof. Again, as far as I can tell. Animals, cows, and we've got these two here. So that's your standard, more weathered version. An older version for placing on your farm if it fits in with your whatever aesthetic you're going for. And then we've got this one here. Holds the same price, but this one we have got the option to change the colour of the roof. It's a little bit cleaner, tidier, looks a little bit more, I say, modern, new, that kind of thing. That's the difference between the two. We do have 3 drive-through garage slots just in here. We've got the back door open there, and we have a light switch which was over on the wall just here. Does the lighting for the whole barn. We can actually get up the ladder. There's another one on the outside as well, he says. We can get up there. This door opens to the barn. I like the decoration on this as well. There's a lot going on. Milk point is just there. Feed and bedding is in here. What are you doing? Wandering around. Open the door at this end. Dialogue box for our 60. And our slurry point is in the back there. For collection. These will need manure heaps, so if you are going to put your bedding in, and there we go, this one's a little bit easier to get up to. We can open and close the top here. What was I saying before I suddenly said that? It doesn't matter, it's okay, it's all good. Oh, I'm having a nightmare. Barn with Cowshed by VN 11.0. I'm going to come back to edit this and remember exactly what I was saying as I came round there. I got sidetracked by the ladder, didn't I? Very nice. So, next we've got these over here. I haven't actually set these off yet. I mean, I said there's a lot of grist going on today. We've got the grist mill with mixer crossplay. This is by A2 Oki. 4.2 megabytes download, 5 slots each, 14,000 each. One makes mineral feed, one makes pig food. Build mode and productions, factories, and they're just here. There you go, 14 grand each. Grist mill for mineral feed, grist mill for pig food. Slot counts come down to 1 on each of them. Putting in is done here. Then we can operate here. Now these require, or this one does, anyway, the mineral feed requires wheat, canola, soybean, barley, oat. There are 2 recipes. One that requires those items, one that requires those. Turn those both on. We're already producing mineral feed. There you go. Not bad speed either because of the cycles per month. Recipe's not that high, but the cycles per month are up there, so we can get rocking and rolling on that. And that's now running. And this one over here is your pig food mixer. This one requires corn on this one, but again 2 different recipes, wheat and barley, and then the others. Turn that on, and again 120,000 cycles per month, so it's gonna get cracking over the course of a day. I mean, that's gonna absolutely monster through the stuff. So 2 little grist mills making pig food, making mineral feed. Very handy. That's by A2 Oki. Next we've got the greenhouse singular. I'll say that because we've got more to look at in a moment. So this is by Alexander Tarasenko. Yes. Just double checking. 4.87 megabytes download, 13 slots, 20,000 to buy. This requires water and manure. just there. 50,000, sorry, 20,000 litres of manure, 50,000 litres of water will get you moving right along. Manage your production there. Tomatoes, lettuce and strawberries. I've set these to distributing. You'll see why in a moment. Yeah, it's a large greenhouse. It's nicely made, nicely detailed. Takes up a bit of room, but seems to be running at a fairly nice speed. I've got all three running. Like I say, they are distributing, and you'll see why momentarily. That's the greenhouse by Alexander Tarasenko. Next, we've got this pack. This is the Bio Greenhouses by CookieCat. I will apologise in advance if I miss something. I hope I haven't. This is 47.31 megabytes download. We have got open gardens, 3 of, small, medium and large. We have got gable-ended greenhouses, small, medium and large, and then we've got domed greenhouses, small, medium and large. So I've gone for a small in that, a medium in that, and a large in that. As you can see, we've got these lovely colourful icons, but when we come over to them, it does give you the option to hide markers by pressing square. So you can hide those away if you want to. Very nice indeed. The same will be applicable on this one. Hide the markers, yes or no. Now these require water, seed and manure. So the seed additional to that one, and most greenhouses, I say most, no, sweeping statement. Some greenhouses are just water, some require all various different things. This one is water, manure and seed. The small ones, 25,000 litres of each. The medium ones, 50,000 litres of each. The large ones, 100,000 litres of each. I don't know if in the winter these roll down actually. Potentially. They are pretty good. And then our manage icons are here. There's one either side, but they're not separate greenhouses. It will manage the whole thing. But we've got some extra crop types in here. We've got potatoes, onion, lettuce, tomatoes, peas, beans, strawberries, blueberries and raspberries. So we've still got our lettuce, tomatoes and strawberries, which your standard greenhouses do. But we've got, so I've got the small one, the open one at the end, doing potatoes and onions. I've got the medium one doing peas and beans. Oh look, peas and beans. Getting those in 25. And then blueberries and raspberries we've got in the large one. Now they were set onto distributing, now they're set on storing. Again, I'll show you why in a moment. We do have a sell point that comes with this too, which is just there. And then we have a factory here, which is a wash plant for all of those. So you can take all of those things and some additionals, and you can wash them and get more money for them, if you want to. I like that. That's a clever idea. Why not have a wash plant? So, under build mode, under production, and under greenhouses. So we'll start there. So the open, that's this one here. That's the small. 2,778. The medium is only 2 slots, is that size. Oh, that's weird. There's that size. The large, also 2 slots. I think these ones were all 2. Let me just check on my notes. The opens were all 2 slots. The gable ended was 6s and 7s, and the domes were 7s and 8s. There we go. So that's what your large one looks like in the open. 9,360, and that one was 5,052. Then we go to the gable ended small. We've got the medium place, so that's the small, medium behind it, and that's the large on the gable ended. And then the domed, we have the large already placed there. That's the small, that's the medium. Very nice indeed. So come from there to sell points. And there's our bio greenhouse sell point. Slot count for the sell point was 1 slot anyway in 100, so 1 slot in 100. And this will sell all sorts of stuff as well, not just the products from here. As you can see, we've got that exclamation mark, that's for selling wood. So this is a generic sell point as well as the crop types we're getting out of these greenhouses, which is very nice. Then we go from there to our factories. And just there we've got the fruit and veg production, which is your wash plant. That one was 16 slots, 250,000 to buy. That's this one here. Slot count comes down to 1. So these don't produce pallets. As you can see, there's no hazard marked areas either side of them for pallets. You can set them to distributing, which is fine, which I've done over here already. So if we come over here, you'll see what we've got running. We've run out of strawberries, but you can wash all of these. So we can do strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. You can do grapes here as well. So we're not producing grapes, but you can bring your grapes here and you can wash them. You can bring your potatoes here, onions, lettuce, tomatoes, peas, beans. And at the moment, they're all producing. Now I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to forget, I know I am, because these will produce pallets. if I remember at the end, I'll speed up time and we'll see what the pallets look like when they come out. Of course I'll forget. What else was I going to say? I was looking at the actual textures as well, wasn't it, on these? This is your raspberries and blueberries. Your peas and beans. And there on the onions and potatoes are just there. What was the thing I was going to say about these? Oh yes, that was it. Because these don't produce pallets, so you can sell them directly, you can store them. If you're storing them, they will just build up and build up. But what you can do, you bring, see the arrows in and out. If I come alongside it, will say start filling. If I click on that, you can pick, obviously depending on what ones you've got. Let's say we've got raspberries. And each one has got a different fill plane as well. So you can take those and just sell them. I can take them off to my sell point and sell them, or I can take it to my wash plant if I want to drive them there. So let's have a look at that one. Let's tip our raspberries out. I just want to have a look at the different fill planes. We know what our potatoes look like. What about honions? Oh, a little bit of an onion texture there. Whoa. Anyway, as you can see, they've got different fill planes. It'd be a nice surprise. I like these. I think I may have a use for these. I have a plan. Although the wash plant's a little bit pricey. Might be a little bit out of my league, actually. Let's do one of these. I'm not going to do every single one. Peas. That's interesting. That looks, that doesn't look like peas. Oh, I suppose, yeah, it is. Yeah, long pods. So like I say, if I remember at the end, I'll speed up time, we'll see what the pallets look like when they come out at the other end. So yeah, we can do this like this rather than pallets. We can do it loose products. So, that's the bio greenhouses by CookieCat. A lot going on. Next, Krone TX 460, which is this one here, or Krone, should I say. This you'll find in the trailers. Be warned, this is a forage trailer, so it will do your straw, sugarcane, wood chip, hay, chaff. Doesn't do all crop types. It is a forage trailer. 66 grand for the base model. Slot count comes down to 1. Cover, we got no, yes with a cover, or an extension. So it's 46,000 litres with or without cover, and then we can go extension, takes you to 50,000 litres, but there's no cover option on the 50,000. It will take us back again. So if you want to go a little bit bigger, you can. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Vredestein, BKT, Lizard, and back again for our tyres. And I think we've got standards and wides. Hang on. I was going to say, of course, there's going to be more options on that one, isn't there? Vredestein was just standard wide. BKT, I think, had more. Yep. Lizard just had that. Back to Trelleborg. Okay, have twin axle or triple axle. Reflectors, yes or no. I'm going to leave those on because there's an option for that, for changing the colour of those. On the back, we've got very similar light options. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Back again. We've got old back door or new back door. Metering rollers, without or with. So if you want metering rollers for your stuff, you can. Design colour, and this is for your reflectors. So if you want to go for a bright green reflector or a yellow reflector or, I don't know, red. Would you want a blue reflector? I mean, you can. You've got the option. Pick your reflector colour. Rim colour, anything on that palette. Like so, and license plate option there too. Now this has a weird thing. So R1 and right stick up and down, we can level our trailer. So if you've gone for the tandem or triple axle, you can level it out nicely. Unload. And again, depending if you've gone for the metering rollers or not, there's your unload option. Lighting is very nice with the Krone emblems on the lights as well. Indicators just there. Turn the lights off. And then we've got on the side here, L1, R1 and right stick up and down. So if I do this, unclicks that, brings the ladder down, and then it opens the door. But it doesn't open the door. It opens the door, but then I don't know if that panel on the inside is supposed to be the door, because I don't know, it's strange. Unless that ladder's supposed to be on the inside, and the one folds up on the outside. So no, it definitely looks like it's. Yeah, I don't know whether that door's supposed to open completely or but anyway, it does that. Yeah, that's what it does. Not sure if it's supposed to or not. Anyway, that's the Krone TX 460. I didn't even say it was by 13.26 megabytes download, 8 slots, and that's by Kradel. Next, we have got the Bailey High Lift Trailer by RossN Mods, 19.7 megabytes download, 9 slots on console. This is an absolute cracker. Love this. I like these sorts of trailers anyway, but this has got some very cool features to it. Let's get around into the light so we can see. I've gone for the Bailey green, so it's a dark colour anyway. Anyway, you'll find this also under trailers. Right there, 38 grand for the base model. Slot count comes down to 1. 17,300 litres. We've got the option of BKT, Trelleborg, Michelin, Vredestein, back to BKT. You've got UK attached on the front, or you've got the Scharmuller Cup Ball. We've got main colour, anything on this palette, like that. Cover colour, anything on that palette. I went for grey, but again, you can slightly transparent, more of a net mesh colour, or colour look. Then we've got our rim colour. Couple of metallics, couple of mattes, a chrome, and then anything else on this palette you should choose. License plate option on there too. So, what's very cool about this? Look on the back. We've got a trailer hitch on the back there. We can fold that away. If you don't want to use it, if it's getting in the way, fold your trailer hitch out of the way. Why not? Lights, indicators, very nice. We put our beacons on. We've got a flashing beacon on the back. Cover open and closed. It's pretty rapid. Beacons on and off. And then we've got unload here. Nice animation. Nice tip. That's got quite a large capacity actually, 17,300. It doesn't look like it would. It's like a skip container. But what is very cool, and that's why it's called the Bailey High Lift Trailer, is its next party trick. And it's this. So if you're going to load an aircraft or something like that, or you're just tipping into something larger by the side of the field, you might be using this on the field. You might have a much larger trailer off the field. And we can unload here. As I've said many times before, you can tip onto someone's roof, you know, fill up their convertible, if they've annoyed you, anything you like. That is a very cool trailer. I like that. I think we do have yeah, we've got option there on the hitch as well for adjusting the height. Let's bring that back down again. Very nice indeed, the Bailey High Lift Trailer by RossN Mods. Does some good stuff, does some good stuff. Next, we've got this. Now I've got to speed up because the last four have got a lot of options. So this is the SIP Spider 350/4 Alp. It's by WOLFex Modding, WhiteBull Modding. It is 5.91 megabytes download, 3 slots, 3.5 meters wide, no options. Slot count comes down to 1. You'll find this under Tedders. Unfolds like so. And you may be amazed and intrigued to find it's Teds. That's what it does. Don't think we have any option for tilting it, twisting it to get into fence. I mean, it's a small one anyway. It's got a little bit of protection around it. Very nice indeed. The SIP Spider 354 Alp, 3.5 meters wide, by WOLFex Modding and WhiteBull Modding. I didn't say how much it was, did I? Let's have a look. I wasn't going to go in there and have a look, but what do we want? I just said what I was looking for. Tedders. 5,500. That's all. A bargain. Next, we have these. This is the Lizard SUV 2021 4x4. This by Temok Modding Xerox. 20.5 megabytes download, 15 slots for the first one. This has a required mod, and it's the emergency service pack. Because you can use this if you've got the emergency services pack installed to start a mission. So you can use all the other things as well, but if you want to use these to race out to mission, it's an off-road capable. It's got a bit of oomph to it. You can get your standard civvy model if you want to. We've got police option, fire option as well, lights, sirens, flashing lights, the whole shebang. There's no rear door or anything that opens, no doors, no hatchback on there. I thought maybe you could throw some cones and stuff in, but there's nothing like that on it. You will find it under vehicles and cars. Right there, 56,200, not too bad. 300 horsepower. We've got blue light, yes or no. So if you've gone for one of the other options, you can. I'll put it on, but you know, we've got front flasher, that puts flashes in the front grille. 2 of. Crossing flashers, that puts them around the sides and on the bumpers, etc. You've got colour choice. Now you have it standard if you want to go for a civvy option. You can have police, you can have fire, and back again. Tuning, yes or no, that just adds a bit of fanciness to the grille if you want it a bit more fancy pants. Attaches, yes or no, so you could put a trailer on this and you could have, I suppose, traffic cones, and there's a couple of mods that have those, haven't they? You could take some stuff out with you if you wanted to. Main colour, anything on this palette, so if you're going to go for a civilian option, or you might want to, you know, I say plain clothes, I suppose if you took the top light off but had the flashes on there, that might be quite cool, mightn't it? What do you reckon to that? Should we try that? Let's do that. That would be alright, wouldn't it? Because you could just, you know, pull people over. They wouldn't know. So it was too late. Sorry. Rim colour, that, and that. And license plate option on there too. So, standard. Now we do still have an L1, R1, you still have the siren option. And also, if you've got the emergency service pack installed, bottom of that left-hand side thing, it says start scenario. So if you are going to run the emergency services pack, you can use this if you want to. You could be off-duty, fire or police, I guess. You can start your scenario from there. So there's our horn, our lights, interior. Very nice indeed. Like I said, no doors or windows that open or anything like that. Turn the engine off. If we go into our police version. So, flashing lights, as you can see, in the grille, around the sides, on the roof. Now, as far as siren goes, there are 3 different options. So if I turn the siren on by X, if I press square, you can toggle between the 3. So I went for that for the police and that for fire, but it's up to you. If it's really annoying you, you can just turn it off. Then we get the fire option. You'll see what I mean. So there's a nice bit of suspension movement on it. It's just high enough off the ground with enough suspension travel. So for let's turn it off. So for off-roading, if you need to get to something on a farm, up a track, in the woods, you can. That's pretty nice, that. Nice few options on there, and the fact it integrates in. Now you might not want to use the emergency services pack, and that's absolutely fine. I don't know if it'll allow you to use it without, though. Actually, no, it says, do you wish to install it? And if you don't install it, normally you just keep getting the same message coming up. But anyway, that's the Lizard SUV 2021 4x4 by MSModding and Xerox. Next we've got this beastly beast. This is why I said we've got a lot to get through, because as soon as I say the name, as my heart dropped, this is the John Deere 8R Series 2014 US, 59.29 megabytes download by Dince and STX Farms. 51 slots. It's awesome though. It sounds great, looks fantastic. I'm not running through every single tyre choice because there are an absolute load, including wheel weights and all sorts of stuff, and GPSs and RTKs, and you know, you can have front 3-point with or without PTO. There's a plethora. So vehicles, large tractors. The last 3 are all under large tractors, and you'll see them all here now. So we're looking at this one, the 8R series. We've got the 8000 series, and we've got the Steiger there. We're going to look at those in just a moment. So slot count comes down to 3 on this one. So we start off, and the first few options as we go up through them change things inside the cab for a bit of realism. So we've got a power shift option, auto power, right hand reverser, E23, and then E23 right hand reverser, then we move up to the next horsepower. I'm not going to read all of those out. All I'll do is go up the horsepowers. So we're on 316 horsepower now. If you're looking at inside the cab, it's up to you. Then we go up to 342, 368, 394, 420, 450. So 450 is the highest horsepower you will get. Wheel brand, Continental, Michelin, Mitas, Lizard, second Lizard, back to Continental. Now, I'll go through the first set. So, this is including various different weight options, inside wheels, outside wheels, back to standard. If we go to what was different, Lizard, I think, had the ones that had the big chunky boys on. There's weights that are changing there. Again, weight options that are changing all over the place. Then we go on to the row crops. I missed it. It was on the other one, is it? Oh, there you go. LSWs, 1250 on the back, 1400 back to standard. So there's a whole ton of different tyre options to go through. Then we come on to our monitors. So inside we've got the 4100, we've got the 4200, slightly larger. We've got the 4600, very nice. Back to the 4100, so nice sized screens. Additional equipment, electric bonnet opener, side wiper, back window sticker. Then we go through various different options of different combinations of those till we end up with all three. And back to standard. Then we've got the Starfire bracket, 3000 with monitor, 6000 with monitor, 6000 with a larger monitor, 6000 RTK with monitors, 7000 monitor, 7000 with the fancy pants monitor, more like an iPad screen in there, and then back to with RTK. Load of different options on your GPS if you want it. Lights, halogen or LED. I went LED. We've then got additional light standard, puts one set on the top. Standard 2 puts them below the next one, both sets. So if you want extra lights, then you can. Then we run through various different fenders: front, wide, back wide 2. Then we've got back and front and back wide. It runs through various different options of various different widths of front and rear. And then we go back to standard at some point. Mirrors, so again we've got rear view mirror inside, and that changes. So you've got standard, your rear view mirror, old, new, and then with regular side mirrors. Then we run through electric mirrors on the outside with old and new inside rear view mirror, then ultimate mirrors on the outside with inside various different mirrors, and yeah, so again back to standard. Seat controls, standard or multifunctional joystick, so you can add that in. Beacons and warning signs, so we've got left beacon, right beacon, both beacons. Oversized sign, then warning signs, which puts the signs on the back there, so the more American kind of version. Then we go for beacons, and then again beacons left and right with the oversized sign, beacons left and right with the other signs. As you can see, there's your oversize. We go beacons with the warning signs, and I think we can then have everything. Warning signs, oversize, and beacons all together, and then off. Tons. Then we got mount in the front, 200 kilo, 400 kilo, 700, 1100. Rock box with rocks. I like that as an option. That's pretty cool. Rock box with weights on the side, with rocks. Then 3-point with it blanked off. 3-point with the PTO accessible. Back to 0. AdBlue, yes or no? You can take the AdBlue off. So if you're not an AdBlue fan, you can get rid of it. Nice. Seat standard or leather. Window tint, if you want it tinted. License plate option on there. Whew, we got there. Right, so horn, beacons, lights. So I've got the LEDs. They don't look particularly bright, but when you look out and around you, they're pretty bright. Indicators on the stalks if you've gone for the various different, whichever options you've gone for. Then we've got fold tractor. We'll put those away if you've gone for those as an option. Then L1, R1, right stick side to side moves our seat, so we can tilt round to the side. for ease of operating on the field. And then L1, R1, right stick up and down, where you can go into sport mode. Oh. I haven't got any options for the mirrors or anything like that, or doors or windows, just those two options, but very nice indeed. Tyre deformation on those tyres as well, look at that. Awesome. John Deere 8R Series 2014 US by Dince and STX Farms. Next, the John Deere 8000. Again, interesting look on this. Quite a few options on this too. This is by Smety, 23.23 megabytes download, 14 slots on console. You'll find this also under the largest of large. Right there. 121,200. Slot count comes down to 1. So we have got 160 horsepower, 180 horsepower, 200 horsepower, 225, and back again. So 225, the highest. We've got wheel brands, Continental, Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, back to Continental. Again, I'm not going to go through all the options. Some have narrow options, some don't. Just so you get an idea of some of the choices. One that I particularly liked, only because the tyres just seemed really big. I think, was it Mitas? Yeah, look at that. Again, the tyre deformation on that back tyre. Very cool. So, whole lot of tyre choices to go through. You've got Mudguards EU, EU2, or US. So this is on the back actually. So that's your EU1, EU2, and then the US styling on the back changes the whole look completely. Back to EU. Then front fenders, EU, US, or no. We've got side signs, yes or no. Front grille. We've got 1 and 2, so you can have the darker grille on there. Exhaust, 1, 2, 3, back to 1. Mirrors, 1 and 2, so 1 has them right at the front, 2 has them further back on the cab. Beacon, left, right, diagonal or off. Interior, so interior we've got, what changed first? Something changed in there and I couldn't make out what it was initially. Was it mirror? Oh yeah, rearview mirror, then buddy seat, then rubber mat, then green carpet, yellow carpet, then back off again. I think was it. Attachers, 1600 kilo weight, standard to then 3.2. Oh, it's for the lights, isn't it, as well? And then back to standard. Then we've got main colour, black or white, as well as the John Deere green. Then design colour does the grille at the front, so you can mix and match that. Then rim colour, again you can kind of mix and match however you want to go about it. So any one of those rim colour, including the chrome or grey, and then the license plate option on there. Do jump in, start this up. Again with this one, no doors or windows that open. Horn, beacon, I went for diagonal, why not? Lights. I like the look of that. And I think I might have gone for the yeah, look at the tyre again, the tyre deformation. I don't know, it might just be these mods in particular, but that's a long bonnet on that, isn't it? You could land a plane on that. Look at it. Interior, very cool indeed. Another very, very nice mod. Don't think we had the option for folding those stalks, did we? But we do have indicators on them. And hop out. Lovely. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today. We don't have any maps again today, I don't think. Just going to double check. You never know when I start and get rolling on this. So, last of the mods for today then is this, the Lizard Steiger 250 by MSModding. 27.88 megabytes download, 9 slots on console. Again, under large tractors, 26,500, that's all. It's 250 horsepower all day long. We've got the option of Trelleborg, Lizard, BKT, Continental, Michelin, Mitas, Vredestein, Trelleborg. Now these have some wide two. Changes the hubs on these. Then we go on to narrows, changes the hubs. Then twins, changes the hubs. Back to wides. The twins on all of them are a little bit lower, so it depends what kind of stance you're looking for. You've got beacon, yes or no. Design colour, various different yellows, oranges. I mean, they all say yellow, but obviously you've got brighter yellows like Zunhammer and Bednar. Then you've got your darker like Jungheinrich, more egg yolk, to the Volvo yellow, a deeper, richer one as well. Then your rim colour, you can mix and match with the yellows on there as well. But as far as what one was I going to show that had a nice... That tread, I think. I went for that tread on the Mitas. Again, narrows, narrow 2, twins. All of them have got options along those lines, just the various different tread patterns. Something you might want to look at. So, not too many options on that. Nice, tidy looking tractor as well. This one sounds cool as well. I love that my head is sitting higher than the actual window, so I'm looking out up there, but lovely. No doors or windows on this one either. Nice flappy exhaust on there. $15 miles an hour top speed, but to be fair, the price, 250 horsepower. Listen to me, horsepower. Yeah, it's nice. I like that. Absolute cracking set of mods today. Oh, you know, I've just remembered. I hope I've got time. That's very nice indeed. The Lizard Steiger 250 by MSModding. Let's speed up time, see if we can get some pallets to come out before I run out of time on the video. I will say my goodbyes now, then I'll speed up time. I hope you found all this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you choose to do, thanks for watching. That didn't take too long. So here's our pallets. Are these liftable? They're not, but we've got washed grapes. What are those ones? Washed blueberries. Yeah, you can see the difference in them. We got washed raspberries. Washed beans. Oh, look at that. The onions are in bags. Was that potatoes? What's up the top there? That's more blueberries. Down the bottom we've got washed peas. Yeah, washed potatoes in bags. That's really cool. I don't know if did we not have enough onions? Material's missing. We ran out because I've only got the small greenhouse running. But yeah, just to give you some idea, look at that. The peas in the tub on the end there. The raspberries, they look fantastic. The fill planes on the boxes are really, really cool. That's a good set of mods, that. I like it. I like the sun up there as well. Very good. Ta-ta!